What's up, everybody? Eddie Dowd back again with Jade Caldwell of Caldwell Financial Group. We're here to talk about the most common credit reporting errors, what they are, and how you can have them resolved if you have them on your credit report. Jade, care to give us a little bit more information about that?
Yes, absolutely. Hey, Eddie, thanks for having me again this week. How are you guys? Um, most of us don't check our credit reports on a regular, consistent basis. So you think, oh, no news is good news. My credit is fine. I don't need to check on anything. Wrong. You
Until
should
you find
always
out.
you should always check your credit report. Don't get too obsessed about it, of course. Maybe every 3 to 6 months, monthly, if you're planning on making a big purchase, like buying a home from Eddie or buying a car. So let's jump right into it. When you are reviewing your credit report, you always want to make sure that this information is correct, okay? Because the credit bureaus, there's 3 different credit bureaus: Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion. They all do their own reporting. And, life happens and information gets updated. Sometimes it's not correct. So you always want to make sure, first and foremost, that your full name, as you want to be known, is properly displayed on your credit report. You also want to make sure that your date of birth is correct. Your residence, where you live currently, because old addresses are irrelevant. You don't need those anymore. You also want to make sure that any accounts that you have that are reporting on your credit report are your actual accounts. So, make sure there's no signs of identity theft, because I refer to your addresses. If you move, then maybe someone has access to your address. There could be an account on there that's not yours that could be affecting your credit in a negative way. And you don't want that to, continue to impact you. Also, your account statuses. Sometimes things happen. Maybe a credit card company or your bank is reporting your account status incorrectly, like saying that it's closed when it should be open, or a payment is late when you made a payment on time. I know back in 2019, I had a lot of clients that were had mortgages through a specific bank, and they were going through a transition, and they were making their mortgage payments on time, but it was being reported late to the credit bureau. So imagine getting penalized for something that has nothing to do with you. You know that you are making your payments on time. So it's also very important to check your account statuses. Also, credit limits. Sometimes you may get an increase, or in other cases, a reduction in your credit line. You want to make sure that all the information for all of your accounts are reporting accurately, because when you are preparing yourself to make a big purchase, every bit of this information matters.
That's a lot to swallow, but I think it'll all be summed up in don't have so much faith in the credit reporting that they're doing things right. Mistakes happen, whether it's by human error or machine error, they happen. So make sure you're staying up on things,
Correct.
because it sounds like some crazy stuff can happen. And I've heard of some things. I'm sure you've seen a lot of other crazy things happen on people's credit report. What do you have any like stories, any horror stories that somebody had some stuff on their report?
Yes, actually, I have a former client who, her and her sister have the same date of birth, but a different year. And so all
Mm.
of her sister's information was being reported on her credit report, but her sister did not have good credit. So we actually had to go through the bureaus to make sure that all the information that was in there was hers and true and accurate, because she was coming to me for credit help, but her credit was even worse than it would have been if it was just her information that was reporting. And
Mm.
I mean, there's people with common names, so you also have to make sure that someone else's information is not inadvertently being posted on your credit profile. So it's
Mm.
always good to check, check, check. Don't be obsessed with it and check every day, but definitely, every 3 to 6 months if you're not in the market to purchase, and definitely monthly if you're looking. And you would do that like with through your bank or one of the other soft inquiry credit monitoring services.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's definitely something that could happen to somebody. You got the name John Smith or something like that. You may have somebody else, another John Smith that doesn't take care of his bills and stuff, reflecting bad on your report. So you don't want that to hold you back. But if you're in need of credit help, how can they reach you, Jade?
You can schedule a free consultation by visiting my website, www.caldwellfinancialgroup.com, all spelled out, or you can visit me on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook at Caldwell Financial Group.
Awesome. And you can reach me 410-588-6536, Eddie Dowd on all socials. Look forward to talking to you guys next week. Hopefully we shed some light on something that somebody may not have even thought of. And hopefully if this does occur to where there's some bad reporting happening, hopefully you'll be able to catch it before it's too late. And we hope this video could be a benefit to you. But until next week, we will see you, and make sure you keep your credit right. Give Jade a call, get your credit
Yep.
right, and we'll see you next week.